have an update from the last time.
It's 11:58.
For us to ask a question, I know for us, we're really asking about the snow and feeling it.
We're dealing with that.
And also just the haze, like down the street along Main Street, there is those presents there around those businesses. So, and also I guess
What
like.
time is your hit?
My hit's like right at the top of 12.
Okay.
But you guys like.
No, we'll wait for it all to happen, right? Like in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, you guys do your thing.
Yeah, I don't want to.
We're going to all do this together, so it might not be right at the start of noon, but it will be shortly after.
You're still there. Is there anything that you want us to ask the city about for?
Make sure where you're standing.
I know. My goal is to make you look smart. So if you want to say that.
You have a big goal that is not accomplishable.
Yeah, I say just any updates you can give us.
What time are you going?
I'm going like in about a minute, 30 seconds.
How long do you want me to wait?
I mean, you don't have to wait.
Let her do it. Yeah, you know, we'll wait.
I'm
We
working
aim to
with you here.
please.
I appreciate that.
I start for you here.
Stand by, Marcus.
How long you need? 30 seconds? A minute?
A minute.
Just give me this when you're ready, and I'll step
Okay.
over.
You still think it'll be several days?
We're hoping
not.
We're starting to tear the pile down now, which is going to make things run a little bit faster. But these are pain in the butt.
Tires burn pretty bad.
It's deep-seated.
These are ground up tires.
Usually there's like issues with the stores that I don't know, substations.
I don't think it's as bad a problem as
Seems like
yeah.
Is it a quantity?
No.
And Bill and John, that's because the majority of what is burning is rubber, which JFRD says burns deep and retains a lot of heat. You can still see that fire burning right now. You can see that 6 ton of smoke crews are actively working still to put out this fire hours later. And where we're standing now, I don't really smell that burning rubber because the smoke's not blowing in our direction, but if you are standing in that line of smoke, you will smell it, and that smell is very strong. But it is likely that this will take a while to put out.
You ready? Well, good afternoon. As you can see behind me, we've got a pretty big rubbish pile fire, and the rubbish pile is consistent of ground up tires. It's rubber that's burning. The wind is drifting to the north of us. We have got air quality monitoring crews that are stationed on the north side of 295 up there that are monitoring the air quality. We have not found anything up there that's of any concern to us. We got some up there around the elementary school and all that, just to make sure that everybody's safe. Currently, we got about 30 units that are on scene, about 75 personnel, and that's going to continue for a while. The problem with this is the pile is so big and so thick and the fire's burned down into the pile that we've got to get down to it. So we have brought in our heavy equipment team, and they're now in there working with heavy equipment to start dismantling this pile. As we dismantle it, they'll begin to spray water on it and cool it down, and hopefully in a matter of 3 or 4 or 5 hours we'll start to make a dent in some of this. But this could go on for multiple hours beyond where we're at right now. We've got multiple partners that are helping us with this. Forestry has sent a bulldozer out to us to help in the dismantling of the pile. Our Public Works Department has sent multiple pieces of heavy equipment out for our heavy equipment team to run inside there. And then our partners at JEA, they're always wonderful. They've turned the water pressure. With that, I'll take any questions.
I know you guys mentioned earlier the possible use of using foam to tackle this. What does that look like now?
Yeah, we haven't started using any foam yet. We're kind of waiting as we dismantle that pile and we put it into layers, and then we may take some of that Class A foam, which is a wetting agent, which will help us wet that down, and then we'll put another layer and wet it down and so forth. But we haven't started using foam yet.
And if that is the case, is that something that creates a toxic?
No, it doesn't create a toxic smoke, and out of an abundance of caution, we've got the Department of Environmental Protection out here that's monitoring the runoff from this scene and all that. So we're trying to be environmentally responsible as we do it, but we have not started using foam yet.
Still no word as to what caught that fire?
No, so we haven't even been able to get up into the pile yet. It's so it's still hot and burning, and obviously that smoke's toxic, and we're trying to keep our folks out of it as best we can, even in the gear that they wear.
So this is just a singular pile, but I'm sure it's pretty big.
Yeah, I think it's about 200 by 300 or so feet. And at one point, the owner was telling me that it was about 30 foot tall. Obviously, it's burnt down some now, but it's a pretty big pile of rubber.
So what do? They knock that out of the top and then try and remove what's up there and keep going?
That's correct. We'll just start delayering that pile with the heavy equipment, spread it out over a big surface area, wet it down, then put another layer, wet it down, put another layer, and wet it down.
If I'm living here or one of these streets back there, what do you tell me?
That right now you're in a good place. Obviously, like I said, we've got air quality monitoring devices scattered all around. We kind of follow where the plume goes, and if we have any concerns whatsoever, we would start moving people or ask them to shelter in place, but we're just not at that point.
Chief Powers, how are your guys' crews doing? I mean, you guys have been working since midnight. This is 12 hours later.
So we have been rotating crews out. Obviously, this morning at 8 o'clock is when we do shift change. We made shift change, so today's shift came on this morning, so those crews are fresh. And then we'll start probably doing an every 6 hour rotation, rotate crews out, bring fresh crews in until we get a handle on it.
Is the water situation okay? Do you have what you need?
Absolutely, we do. Yeah, we just had to get a couple other supply lines in here and then ask JEA to bump the pressure up for us, which they did.
And I see you guys have a truck here. Is that one of the tankers that you're just refilling water with?
That's actually one of our engines that's supplying a water supply into the fire. We just had to get one of these hydrants in this complex. Okay?
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
She's been here since she was calling in.